Race number 8, it is the fast class of the night, the Tokyo Handicap Class 2, 1650 metres. And at the top is Telecom Fighters, who got all favours in front and was able to hold on last start. De Souza rides from barrier 11. The Irishman, a last start winner, California Deep Shot, is trialled up at Chungfa. The Rock coming back from the 1200 metres up to the 1650. You got Everyone's Delight and Savaquin with the pacifiers coming off Luke Curry from barrier 10. Far Packing Award went from a rating of 59 to 86 last season. Mr. Ascendancy, So We Joy. Further down, You're My Everything going to 1650, and Tianchi Monster for Alex Lai, drawn at barrier number 3. Speaking of barriers, we can have a look at them coming out of the gates for the speed map for the 8th of the night over the 1650 here, Nick. And as they jump, has Telecom Fighters got any competition for the lead?
I think he might have a little bit, yeah. Obviously, we know he likes to go forward. The Rock is a horse that can go forward. He's actually drawn quite well in 2, so wouldn't shock to see him quite prominent. And Everyone's Delight, he's drawn wide, so you can see him there out in the wing a little bit. He's going to have a bit of work to do early. That might just tell late with him. But yeah, look, Telecom Fighters, Paul, I think looks as if he's ideally placed, and we know he's got plenty of early speed.
He has, hasn't he? Yeah, I think Everyone's Delight will try and get across there as well, as you can see there. And California Deep Shot, it's always nice and handy. Savaquin, You're My Everything runs better when he's at the back as well.
OK, we'll see what he can do at this time round at You're My Everything. As we move on to an interview here, we can touch on Ruan Meyer. His ride here is the Irishman. He was a strong last start winner at Sha Tin, and Nick was at the track Tuesday morning to have a chat with the Brazilian.
Ruan, the Irishman, is a horse that you won on last time out. Won a nice race as well at Sha Tin. We'll touch on that in due course. But he comes to Happy Valley on Wednesday night. He's clearly a very smart horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a very smart horse, no, Nick, and I'm very happy to keep his ride. And this time, his first time in Happy Valley track, but I believe after he win last time, he get more confident, and he can come to this time. He's more informed and very confident.
Just talking of Happy Valley, Ruan, obviously he's not that big. He's weighing in at 10.54 pounds. Do you think he's the type of horse that can handle the Valley?
I believe that because his action is a beautiful action, a big, long, straight, and he can travel nicely. He always ride quiet and make him finish, and I believe he can handle the track very well.
The race he won last time was obviously of decent quality. It was a Class 2 at Sha Tin. They're never that easy to win. The form's working out well because Beluga ran 3rd. He's won a Class 1 since. So I guess on form, he's possibly the horse to beat, isn't he?
Yeah, yes. Sammy, I told you, he's a very nice horse. Ours, he ran the strong race, and I could win with him last time, so I believe he's starting to improve more, no? After the winner, get confident, he can show more his ability.
He's got 8 pounds more to carry, Ruan. Do you think now he's got to a point where, the 8 pounds isn't going to be too much of a burden for him?
Of course, a bit more pound is a bit more difficult, but I believe he's very big horse, his big body, so not too bad for him.
How has he galloped since, Ruan? You've had a chance to sit on him a few times?
Yeah, I galloped him last Monday. He galloped very well, nice feeling, strong, and I felt he's great form.
He's got an entry for HKIR now. That's probably a little bit beyond him at this stage, but do you think if he comes through Wednesday and perhaps continues to progress that Connections might look at a race like that?
I believe that because he only 2nd star, this Wednesday the 3rd star, so he just get improve all the time, so I'm sure he can.
Great to hear from Ruan Meyer there with the Irishman, who of course was one of the leading contenders going into the Derby and the 4-year-old series last season. Francis Loy's got some good runners for Wednesday night, Paul. Gold Baby, I think he's probably going to be overbet the way he won last time out. He's very short and early betting. Gallant Waking. And we've touched on the Irishman there, but Rising from Ashes, not without a hope in that final race either.
All 4 have got chances, I think. All 4 have got good winning chances. I've got all 4 of them in. I think he's going to have a good night.
Yep, 3 of them last start winners as well, so they're all in super form.
Yep, for sure. Rightio, we can have a look at the replays here. And well, we've got Telecom Fighters here on the screen. He is towards the inside, but you can also take note in this race of Far, who was to his outside. Hasn't quite come up this prep yet, Nick Farfar, but Telecom Fighters just got everything handed to him on a plate last start.
He did, absolutely he did, and he's now gone up to a career high mark of 98, so things are going to get that little bit tougher, and I think there's enough pace in here that's going to sort of worry him, and he's going to need everything to go his own way. As for Farfar, he's run since, and look, I don't think the pace has suited him in his last couple. I think he'll get a better tempo this time.
Yeah, I tend to agree. He's run third and fourth in his 2 runs this season, so he'll be fit going into this race.
Rightio, looking here at everyone's delight now. He's down on the inside, also in this race as well as Farfar, and out wider is Savaquin, Paul, coming off a run on the all-weather.
Yeah, so he's coming back here as well. He finished fourth there. Look, the thing with Savaquin is he gets back, and he's got barrier number 10, so he does need a little bit of luck. We know he's got a reasonably good finish. I don't like everyone's delight in this race just because of the draw. I think he's going to have to work a bit harder.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think Farfar's perhaps the one to take out of it. I know it probably doesn't flatter him greatly looking at that, but yeah, I think he's a serious chance.
Right here, looking at the Rock, Nick, they tried him over 1,200 metres at last start, and he ran 7th.
Yeah, it didn't go too badly actually. This horse, he's second up this time around, and he's got a pretty good record second up. He's had 3 goes. He's a winner and placed second on 2 occasions as well. So, and he's got course and distance form, Paul. So I think there's a big run in this horse this time around.
Yeah, there could well be. He has won fresh in the past. He's second up in this state as well.
California Deep Shot led up in this trial and was just beaten by a stablemate, Paul.
Yeah, look, it was under a reasonable hold this trial. He's been a little bit disappointing his last couple of starts. I thought they're stepping him up to 1650 on. Don't know if that'll totally suit him either.
Yeah, that's California Concord beating him in the trial. Look, he's trialled okay, but he's gone missing a bit in his 2 runs this season, so I think more is required, and well, I for one was certainly happy to watch him here, Tom.
Yep, he's on the inside there. As we look at the final 2 in this trial, we've got Mr. Ascendancy here, but also Nick is packing a ward. He won some tough races last season, coming from wide positions. Did this horse packing a ward?
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job, and kudos to Peter Ho. He's not got a big team, but with this horse, he's got it going really well. Obviously, a bit of collateral for him. He beat Berlin Tango when we last saw him. Berlin Tango won that race that Farfar was 4th in last time, and I didn't mind the trial, Paul.
Yeah, for the trial was good. He goes in for me, and Mr. Ascendancy as well. From barrier number 5, he's going to get a nice run. I thought it was a better run from him last time.
Yep, he was a bit unlucky, Mr. Ascendancy, last start. It's anything but cut and dry, I thought, this one, Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Irishman. No, I think he's a smaller horse. Comes out of a really strong form race where Beluga ran 3rd, Farfar 3rd up this season, packing a ward at Mr. Ascendancy. 2, 7, 8 and 9.
Yeah, I've gone the 7 here, Farfar. I think this race will be run at a pace to suit this fellow, and I think he's the one to be with. Over the Irishman, who comes into it in good form. That form's been frank since. Packing Award's done a super job and continues to improve. And I've thrown the Rock in as well. Expect him to run a big one here. 7, 2, 8 and 4.